You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about the New England Patriots because a shocking report has come out talking about the final weeks of Bill Belichick's tenure, the greatest coach of all time, the GOAT of all coaches, his final weeks with the New England Patriots and Jerod Mayo's insubordinate behavior that was taking place behind the scenes. He flat decided he would not take the marching orders of the greatest coach of all time. What kind of ego is that? Remember the report that Jerod Mayo may have rubbed some people the wrong way? Well, now we're finding out what was going on. Bill was giving orders, and he was taking it upon himself because he knew it was written into his contract. He was going to be the coach. He decided he would start being insubordinate and doing things his own way. Now, I did a video yesterday. Boston media is starting to tell Jerod Mayo, look, I don't care about all your other issues you've got, as seen in the press conference, and your other goals. We want to know about football. Stick to football. In New England, we care about football and winning games and Super Bowls and staying competitive and relevant. Because before you know it, you put somebody like Robyn Glaser with somebody like Jerod Mayo, and you're looking at being the Jets in 15 years. The Browns, the Cardinals. Insert any other damn near irrelevant franchise that has not won in I don't know how long. I mean, look, there were some dark-ass days in New England before Robert Kraft bought this team. And you've got to wonder, has he put the wrong people in charge? He's got a good track record. Parcells, Belichick, I get it. You know? But this looks bad. And I did the video yesterday where I talked about the fact that Jerod Mayo, of course, the most troubling side of the ball with this franchise is the offensive side. It was a wreck. It was non-existent. It was terrible. And Mayo is out there interviewing defensive coaches, defensive coordinators, people to become the DC, special teams, when offense is the major issue on this team. And he's farting around so much that the Bears have hired one of the biggest names on the market. This broke early this morning. Whatever the Patriots are doing right now, it's off to a bad start. The Chicago Bears have zeroed in on the new offensive coordinator. The Bears are working towards a deal to hire ex-Seahawks OC Shane Waldron as their new coordinator. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero reported, per sources informed of the situation. 44-year-old Waldron spent the past 3 years as the Seahawks offensive coordinator. Well, there's been talk that Mayo, because Mac Jones is impressing Jerod Mayo, well, if you're really thinking about running it back or rehabilitating Mac Jones' career, hiring the guy that just rebooted Geno Smith's career might be somebody you actually would want on a team. I'm just saying. So, you combine that with this story, and you got teammates that are mad at Mac Jones. This franchise feels very chaotic all of a sudden. Very chaotic. Multiple staffers inside the confines of Gillette Stadium reportedly are not happy with how New England Patriots head coach Jerod Mayo went about his transition to power. This is a bombshell, folks. During an extensive column published Sunday, Boston Sports Journal's Greg Bedard cited multiple anonymous sources who, quote, resented how Mayo went about his business during the 2023 campaign. Folks, there is no way to describe what I'm going to read other than insubordination. Insubordinate. The fact is, Jerod Mayo, really and truly, if he acted this way, shouldn't even have a job on this team right now. Bedard's reporting paints the picture that multiple staffers believe Mayo was working for himself behind the scenes rather than continuing to serve under Bill Belichick. He was flat insubordinate under Belichick. Bedard first reported in mid-December that Mayo had, quote, rubbed at least some people the wrong way. His reporting Sunday doubles down on that theory, citing sentiments that came from, quote, Belichick loyalists after Mayo's introductory press conference at Gillette Stadium on Wednesday. Mayo and Robyn Glaser, yeah, we're seeing where we're going now. We're doing a lot of calls and information gathering even before the season was over. One anonymous source told Bedard. So he was taking time away from his duties on this team. You're a linebackers coach, dude. Quote, that was a big problem. Why are you asking these questions while Bill's the head coach? Question mark. Why is this happening? Question mark. So there were some red flags going up in the office with a bunch of us, where it kind of became very apparent that was already written on the wall to the point where it's like, okay, we're not going to sit here and just experience this shit. Wow. Another source told Bedard, that's the head coach. Whatever he says, that's what goes. There's no, I want to do it this way. I know he said this, but I'm going to do this instead. That's the kind of thing that really rubbed a lot of us the wrong way. So Belichick was giving him orders, Mayo, and he just didn't want to do it Belichick's way. I know how you think, know how this operates, but the head coach says go, we go. He says jump, we jump. The head coach says it, and everybody else's job is to do what he says. Mayo didn't do that. Woo, not a good look. As you kind of kept going further and further into the season, you saw more of the almost assumption of, I don't have to do what he wants to do because I'm the next coach anyway. Guys, these are exact quotes from people that were around this situation inside the building. A third source, and it sounds like other coaches if you want to know the truth, a third source added, there's a lot of guys who are tied to Bill. There's a lot of guys who resent the way this went down. I think that's kind of, we're going to make it look nice like with Steve and Brian, but the end of the day, want to get everybody who's tied to Bill out. Wow, that is scathing. Mayo's coaching staff could look much different than that under Belichick. Bill O'Brien will depart for Ohio State. Mayo reportedly will interview Nick Caley and Zach Robinson for the offensive coordinator role. You hope. Unless you blow it like you have with Shane Waldron. He was on the list. And you're being insubordinate. Blatantly insubordinate. I'm going to tell you, it will not be long. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to cover this Jerod Mayo thing. We are going to cover it. It will not be long. Jerod Mayo will be the most hated person involved in sports in New England. I'm sorry. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, they're legendary in New England. I mean, everybody, look, they're the GOATs of coaching and of quarterbacking. Of NFL players for Tom Brady. And now this comes out that Jerod Mayo and his newfound, I guess, which one's the teacher here? Teacher's pet? Robyn Glaser was working behind the scenes and being insubordinate and running their own gig while Bill Belichick is still coaching the team and in charge? You're over here interviewing all these other candidates for other positions. Offense is the most glaring weakness on this team. One of the biggest fish in the sea is now gone because your priorities are effed. Well, I mean, look, how else to say it? Your priorities are effed. Wow. This is nuts. This is nuts. Maybe he can organize a march or something. I mean, you don't seem to be very good about addressing the side of the ball that needs attention. This is nuts. It truly is. Wow. That's not going to help him. He's already lost half the fan base, at least, with his press conference. There was a lot of people out there that wanted Bill to stay. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.